Hey everybody, and welcome to this very special moment I'm getting to share. I'm checking now to make sure that everything's working and that I'm in the right place and I'm broadcasting in the right place, so it's not just on my timeline, because this is especially for the World Miracle Peace Experiment that has been started by Marbeth Dunn, my very, very good friend. And so um, our purpose here today is for the next 10 minutes to meditate on the possibility of world peace. And actually, with enough power that we have an influence that actually creates it. And specifically, Marbeth has asked that this be about world peace in the Middle East. And you might wonder why she would be focusing on that specifically, but it is kind of a watershed. It's kind of a litmus test for all of us in terms of peace, because it's such an important area of the world geographically and in terms of resources that it's getting a lot of attention by not the best people. And so hello everyone who's joining. Thank you so much. I'm trying. Yes, it's now live. Hey, it's all working. Very good. So I'm not going to make this a lengthy one. Those of you who see my satsangs know I can go on for hours. I really want this to be a focused meditation, and I want to really thank Marbeth for inviting me to do this for a subject that is really quite dear to my heart, and that's the idea of establishing peace. And my sense is that in order for peace to manifest in the world, that it needs to start in here. And I know that's a cliche at this point, but follow along here for a little bit while we look at it more in depth in a meditation, and see if we can get in touch with that peace that passes all understanding and is in fact enormously powerful and influential. So if you just put everything aside, silence your phone, don't check your emails, don't go skipping around, just be here, be present, close your eyes, and just let your attention settle back into you without any of the normal distractions. Because I'm going to invite you to find peace within your own heart. Peace is not a condition. That's a big misunderstanding. It's not a tenuous agreement between competing egos. It is when we've learned deeply that our own inner conflict gets manifested in the outside world as an absence of peace, as conflict. But underneath all of that, sitting deep in our hearts, almost buried and almost completely silent, is the reality of peace. Now, I've been asked many times, and if you're just joining me, thank you for being here. Just kind of close your eyes and settle into where we are. I've been asked many times, well, if peace is here, if it's the substratum, if it's our nature, why don't I experience it? And it's a beautiful question and a significant question. And the answer to the question is because we have inadvertently, really ignorantly, without knowing that we were doing it, identified with the egoic mind. Now, when I say the egoic mind, what I'm talking about is very simple. We internally take a position. This is right, they're wrong, which is to say, I'm right, you're wrong. And of course, there's somebody else in the world who takes exactly the opposite position and believes exactly the same thing, and so we create conflict. Well, what are you going to do? The world's solution is dominate each other, wipe out any conflicting ideas, and then we'll have peace. Actually, it's not possible. You cannot have peace while you are identified with the egoic mind. It's not possible. The best you can hope for are some flimsy agreements that make us temporarily more well-behaved. We have to go beyond the creation of these conflicts, and that does start right here. So I invite you for just a moment to completely let go of all the ideas you have about what should be happening, about who's the good guys and who's the bad guys. What should be going on but isn't going on, and only if these guys would change, everything would be okay. I want you to just kind of put all of that aside. In genuine meditation, we go to this place that has no position. I often refer to that place as the peacemaker. That place inside of us that is totally open, totally available, welcomes anything, even stuff that you would think would be unwelcomable. To this place it is. Now notice as I'm speaking and your attention goes there, there's a calm that begins to come over the whole energy system. This isn't an accident. What that is you stepping out of a position, even temporarily, immediately makes you aware of the underlying substratum of peace. Now the mind, the egoic mind, will argue, well, we can't do that. If I step out of this position and lower my guard, I'm going to get hurt. All of these arguments are the way in which the position we have is justified. I'm going to invite you to be more like a child, to enter into that place of the childlike mind, the place that knows that has no boundaries, that has no enemies, that is completely open and available. It doesn't know. It's in a constant state of curiosity. I want to bring us back to there. Before our opinions and ideas and judgments and positions got solidified, calcified really, to the point where it's hard for us to even challenge them. The transition really from childhood to adulthood is that. It is a narrowing of the focus. Whereas for the child, everything is new, fresh, alive. Every moment is exciting. Let's go back there. And notice it's not that hard. Now, if you have strong views as to how things should be or who's right and wrong, you can come back and pick them up. You're more than welcome to do that. Be happy to just sink into that place, though, for a moment. Right? All of your ideas and stuff that you think are important and are defending you, they'll all be there when you come back. It's just a little space in which we can have a rather unique experience. And that experience is one of an inner peace, an inner quiet that is completely self-contained, unconditional, not dependent upon circumstances. And now, to fulfill our mission here, just turn that sense of peace towards the Middle East. Now, I know when I say those words, your egoic mind will kick in and it'll have some judgments, it'll want to say things about it. Just turn the attention of peace there and continue to just let all of your ideas about what it should be just go and just love the peace that's inside of you. Seek peace. Because you see, peace in the world is a manifestation. It is not a cause. The more we are in touch with that peace, which you're touching right now, which isn't hard to touch because it is your nature. The more we do that, the more it will manifest itself in the world, and you will not need to worry about it. So, I'm going to press a button here. Somebody wants to be on the camera. I've never done that before. So you can all take a nice deep breath now, and just kind of let that settle in. And as we begin to come back to our normal consciousness, recognize that it's always there. Peace is always there. It is only our focus of attention that gets distracted and makes us think that it's not. But just a quick shift in attention, just a tiny shift of attention, and you're right back here. So, that's it. Thank you all for joining me. They wanted to make this short and sweet. If somebody does have a question or two, I'm happy to answer them. I don't know how to work this thing. I've never done this thing on the phone for doing live on Facebook. I always do mine on YouTube, so I don't know how to bring you on camera. But if there's a question you have about that, I can do some real short ones. Otherwise, we'll just kind of let it go and slide and be that peace. Because when you feel it, it's because that's what you are. You don't actually have to become peace. That's the important thing. You don't need to become it. You are it. We simply need to let the preponderance of our attention go there. And when that happens, it creates an enormous surge of power that runs through us. So, once again, thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Make sure you are, this is on my timeline and in the World Miracle Peace Experiment. So if you haven't joined that, by all means do and participate. It's just an ongoing thing that Marbeth Dunn has done that is having a powerful impact in the world. So thank you all for being here. I love you, and namaste.